Hey, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel where I help content creators and content marketers build and scale their agencies. Most of us have one big question on our minds: how do I make more money? This is especially the case if you are trying to build an agency, but your background is as a freelancer. They are two completely different mindsets. If you are trying to build an agency with the attitude of a freelancer, it's not going to work. I can tell you that from experience. I learned this the hard way. These days, my agency consistently does 5 figures a month in revenue, but it took me way longer to get here than it should have. So what do? How can you avoid the many mistakes I made? I have a few tips for you, so let's jump right in. Tip number 1, you want to cut loose any low-paying clients. Bye-bye. I know you might be thinking, wait a minute, you're telling me that in order to make more money, I should walk away from money? Yeah, I am. Here's why. There are a few reasons why, actually. First of all, those cheapo clients who are paying you very little often ironically end up being the biggest pains in the butt. Second, you are not going to scale your agency to 5 figures a month by working with clients who are paying you a few $100s for your services. These are companies who are taking up your time, which is invaluable. Your time is priceless. When, here we go, you could cut them loose and take the time that you would have spent on them to go find a better client. Yes, there is a temporary dip in revenue, but you're not going to care when you swap out a $300 a month client for a $3,000 a month client. You feel me? Only you can decide what exactly low paying means to you. I can tell you that for me personally, years ago, I still had clients I was working with that I had closed early on as a freelancer, and because in the beginning I had no clue what I was doing, I was massively undercharging, so I still had clients who were paying me like $300 a month. We had to part ways. They weren't going to be able to afford me because these days my rates are much higher. Now, there is one way to avoid having to cut ties with a client, and that brings us to tip number 2, raise your rates. Have you raised your rates in the last year? If not, you're late. This is hard, I get it. It took me a long time to find the cojones to email my clients and be like, yeah, this isn't working out for me anymore. It can be an awkward conversation, so my best advice for you is seriously just do it. Go send the email. Keep it simple, keep it straightforward. Do not send them an epic novel going on and on and on about why you're doing it. It can be as simple as, hi Joe, I'm reaching out because as of August 1st, I'm going to be raising my rates to whatever. If you want to briefly explain the reasoning behind this, then you can say something like, I'm doing this so that my rates continue to be aligned with my experience and with the value that I provide you. And then leave the door open for communication. You're not telling them this is what it is, deal with it. And with something like, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. What should you raise your rates to? That's going to depend on what you're currently charging, but here's one thing you want to keep in mind. If you raise your rates significantly, clients are going to start asking questions. If you're currently charging them, let's say $300 a month for your blog content, and you email them saying that you are going to raise your rates to $1,000 a month, that's a pretty steep incline. You don't want to raise your rates by $10, but you don't want to triple them either. If you do that, then your clients are understandably and rightfully going to be like, wait a minute. Tip number 3, hire. Hire people. Before you tell me you can't afford it, stop and listen. This is similar to my first tip where I told you to let go of low-paying clients, okay? The purpose of that was to free up some time in your schedule so you could spend that time on finding better clients. This is the same thing. I guarantee that in your day-to-day responsibilities, there's something you can outsource. Guarantee. If you try to tell me, no, I'm the only one who can do this, you're wrong. If you can hire a VA or someone to help you, and you can offload some of your work on them and clear even just a few hours a week, you now have more time to go out, land more clients, land better clients, and scale your agency. There are a lot of platforms that you can use that make it really easy to interview and hire people. One of my favorites is Outsourcely. I've hired quite a few people from this site. There are a lot of professionals out there who are very qualified. They're great to work with and they are looking for work. You do not have to do this alone, and you shouldn't. That was another huge mistake I made. I waited way too long to hire. I wish I had done it sooner. And remember, you can hire someone super part-time. Tip number 4, go after high revenue companies. Did you know that you can see what some companies are worth on Google? You can also use tools like Lime Leads and G2 to see how much funding a company has raised, or to filter your companies based on their yearly revenue. You want to be going after companies that are worth several millions or billions of dollars. Those are going to be the clients that don't bat an eye when you tell them your rates. Do you know what my biggest client tells me? Invoice more. I'm not joking. Let me tell you a little story, gather around. Here's what you don't want to do. When I was first building my agency, good times, I decided that I wanted to work with CrossFit gyms. So I approached many of them, and I closed none. You know why? They don't have the money. Some of these gyms don't know how they're going to pay their rent that month. They aren't going to pay me any amount of money for my services, period. The struggle was insane. It was just rejection after rejection after failure after failure. Ugh, that was terrible. By this point, my business has worked with a few billion-dollar companies, and after experiencing how different these clients are, I'm like, this is kind of nice. Now, how the F do you find those companies? Revenue Spark. That's me. That's my program. I work with professionals just like you to help them build and scale their agencies. I'm helping my students replace their previous full-time incomes, and then double it, and then triple it. Bright did it, Devin did it. You can do it too. It's not magic, it's not luck, it's just having the right process. That's it. Want to check it out? Cool, the link is below. As always, thanks so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up before you go. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so YouTube will alert you next time I upload, and I'll see you later.